Guys, I want to first start off with saying I do not support rape. That is some of the most detestable stuff that we have on this earth. And even the lowliest of people in our society still say that that's the lowest of the low, right? So, with that being said, a woman right now, if she's found to be guilty of reporting a false rape, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. There should definitely be a bigger punishment for women who cry wolf to rape because what it does to a man's life is is insurmountable. Just like if the man had have done the actual crime to a woman. Now, I'm not saying that they should get federal time or anything like that. The time wouldn't fit that. But I'm just saying right now as a whole, um, it's not taken as seriously in the court as it should. You'd also argue that it doesn't happen often, and I would agree with that as well. However, it seems to be happening more and more as we progress forward um, in time, inequality, and just our everyday way we come in contact with people. It's just happening more and more. It was kind of like the scandal with teachers sleeping with students, particularly female. Uh, Nobody really heard about it, and then all of a sudden, you see more and more of these cases being discovered because more and more people are starting to come out and say something, which they should. But it's also happening in a negative effect as to where people are seeing that they can say this and it possibly go in their favor as long as they speak up because they're brave. Which, when it does happen, those women are brave for being able to say it because they throw everything on the line. But it's cases like this that kind of hike that down a bit, and with it being more and more prevalent, why aren't there more severe punishments for when a woman falsely accuses? Right now, individuals suspected of making false accusations could get something like a civil crime thing like wasting police time, no time at all, basically a ticket or a fine, right? Or a criminal charge of perverting the course of justice, which is a little bit heftier, but still, does it really compare to if a dude did do it? Their name gets put on a list for the rest of their life, right? And there are cases where there have been either outstanding evidence or evidence to correlate that it didn't actually happen and it was catastrophic on the male's part. Take, for instance, Crystal Magnum, the Duke lacrosse team case, right? 2006. She only ever went to jail not because of the false rape accusation, but because she later on killed another boyfriend down the line. Like, really? And hell, even her attorney knew that they were withholding evidence on the case of the lacrosse case. And he served at least a day in jail for withholding evidence. But she got no jail time for falsely reporting, right? And then on the other side, for the lacrosse team, some of them had to leave school. So the whole season for them got canceled. They were in the middle of their season when it happened, and that whole season got canceled for them. They could not participate, right? And a lot of these people's names were dragged through the mud for defamation of character, basically. And only after she killed somebody was there something really done about it. Oh, it was like correlation. You see, she's not all there, so this helps. Put her in jail. Okay, well, that's an extreme case, right? Emma, the mattress girl, the girl who carried on a mattress a whole semester at her college campus when she says that nothing was done about the rape case, right? But something was done. He was kicked out of school immediately, and then he had to prove his innocence and all this other stuff, right? Uh, only later on to have had text messages and stuff from the girl like nothing had happened. That the stuff's online. You can go and actually look it up yourself. Uh, but you can see that that man didn't do anything to her, but he got kicked out of school and only got like compensation from a out of court, like a settlement. But nothing happened to her at all. She was able to go through the rest of her college and do her senior thesis, in fact, where it involved a room about like the whole mattress thing. What? This man had to press reset on his life, right? And then now this. This is what I'm about to show you that made me really want to do some type of video on this, because it's getting out of hand. All right, so check this out.
Hi, Martha. At the time, Nikki Uvino was attending Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut. She claimed the incident happened at an off-campus party, that two Sacred Heart football players pulled her into a bathroom, took turns holding her down, and sexually assaulted her. Uvino claims she repeatedly told the men she didn't want to be there, that she had friends waiting for her outside, and to please let her go. Both men admitted having sex with her, but said it was consensual. The players were not arrested, but one lost his scholarship, and both say they were pressured to leave school while they awaited disciplinary action. Then Nikki Uvino drastically changed her story, admitting in a sworn statement that she made the whole thing up because, quote, it was the first thing that came to mind and she didn't want to lose another male student as a friend and potential boyfriend. The document goes on to say Uvino hoped that when the other student heard the allegation, it would, quote, make him angry and sympathetic to her. Uvino was sentenced to a year in jail for falsely reporting an incident and interfering with police. Malik St. Hilaire, one of the players wrongly accused, says he spent 18 months trying to keep his name out of the news, but finally he felt compelled to appear at the sentencing to talk about the significance of Uvino's actions. Watch.
My life has been altered and shaped in ways that nobody here could have imagined. I just hope that, she knows what she's done, and the fact that my life will never be the same. Like, I have anxiety, I have PTSD from this.
Uvino made more headlines during her sentencing by appearing to roll her eyes and smirk several times. Her attorney claims she was simply moving her eyes in innocuous ways, adding that she was forced to stand in handcuffs for 30 minutes and couldn't get her hair out of her eyes. He called reports of her bad behavior a manufactured storyline. Martha.
Trace, thank you.
What? Are you serious? See, this is if you're not pissed off at that at all, then turn this video off. You cost this man a whole way of life. He lost scholarships behind this that he could not get back because he had to leave school. So when coming back, he got nothing for that. He had to take a whole different course in his life. This changed everything. And yeah, even though he was proven innocent, I mean, I guess thank you for being not a liar in the end. But imagine what this young man had to go through with his friends and loved ones around him, probably thinking that this dude raped somebody. Like, I grew up with this dude, not me personally, but in their shoes, I grew up with this person, and they're capable of doing that. That changes your whole perspective on somebody, right? And he had to deal with that. Get kicked out of school, and then you're going to say, oh, well, chaos, she got some jail time. She got a year. Okay, she got a year. No one's stupid enough to believe that she's only going to serve that year. And you're going to say, oh, well, it's a step in the right direction. Maybe, possibly, but is it enough? I don't think so. It changed this man's whole life. 6 months in county or something like that is not going to change that young lady's life. And she did it all to not make another student look at her a certain way when she just decided to live a certain lifestyle. What? You would rather ruin someone's life than to lose one potential partner in life. You almost ruined two people's lives. What? And don't get me wrong, I wish we had elongated mandatory sentences for those who are found guilty of raping someone. I'm totally against that. But I also feel like more could be done to also stifle off people from being able to say junk like this. Oh, well, chaos, you're opening up another avenue for women to be afraid to report their abusers. No, that would actually make more legitimate claims then. Because you know that if you don't come with the correct evidence, it's not going to fly, and it's going to fly in a bad way. And I'm not even saying lock them up, but you should be able to, I don't know, maybe sue them for defamation of character or damages or any of that. Like any of that is way more acceptable than to let what's going on go on. That's all I have to say. Like, it's just ridiculous. If we keep letting it go this way, it's gonna get worse. And if we don't nip it in the bud or find a way to meet in the middle about this subject, our society is already going through a whole bunch of other stuff. Put this on top of it. See what happens. Just wait and see. That's all.